just for a second. Stop the swivel chair Olympics. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You got that messy customer email open on one screen and your Salesforce org open on another. You're reading, deciphering, and starting that manual data entry marathon. Copy, paste, copy, paste. It's that dreaded special instructions box, that contact us email form, or that chat transcript where the customer just dumps all of their data all at once. It's a total time sink and an absolute error magnet. Now, what if I told you that you can build a flow that just thinks? A flow that can read that rambling message and just understand it. A few years ago, you would have told me that that's science fiction, or at least is a massive developer project with complex apex and a huge budget. Now, what if I told you that it's an admin solution and you can build it today? Welcome to How I Solved It, where we deep dive into a specific problem and see how one awesome admin chose to solve it. I'm Jennifer Lee, lead admin evangelist. And in this episode, I'm going to show you exactly how I solved this problem by building one screen flow that uses two different AI agent actions to turn total chaos into clean, structured, automated actions. Let's get started. So this is a screen flow where our employees would copy and paste the email message, the text messages into here, and it will translate that into an actual cupcake order. So we're going to use an example. And this is a request for a customer who needs 12.5 mochi cupcakes for a party on Saturday, 2 weeks from now at noon. Split them evenly between the raspberry white chocolate truffle, red velvet, hibiscus guava, and lychee raspberry. And whatever is remaining, give to the pistachio rose. It's for baby shower. So write congrats Addison on the box, and it's Haley Atwood. So that's the message. What we're going to do is then take that unstructured message and create and put data into structured outputs. So our AI agent did the translation. So it knew that Haley Atwood was the customer. It determined based on the conversation that we wanted the cupcakes delivered by November 22nd at noon. And based on the time of recording, 2 Saturdays from now is November 22nd. Great. And it's standard priority since it is 2 weeks out. It translated the 12.5 cupcakes to be 18 total number of cupcakes. And then this is where my mind is blown, calculating the dates, the number, but the details where it says split it evenly and then whatever's remaining, give to pistachio rose. It split it evenly across the 4, right? 4 cupcakes each. And then the remaining 2 to make 18 is set for pistachio rose. And then it used the special instructions to write congrats Addison on the box. Really super cool. So when we click confirm order, it's going to take that information and actually create the Salesforce records for the cupcake order, which is the master record, and then the cupcake order items, which are child records of that cupcake order. So here it created a cupcake order for Haley Atwood. Here's all the information. And when we access the record, we'll see that we have all that information, the special instructions, the priority is normal. And when we go to the order items, we'll see that it correctly created, right, all those cupcake flavors and quantity. So how do we do this? Let me first show you the screen flow, and then we're going to work our way backwards to show you the agent. So here is our screen flow. The first step is it's a text box that gathers that unstructured message. Then here's where the real magic happens, and this is calling an AI agent action. Let me just quickly show you how to add this yourself. So this is selecting an action as an element, then selecting AI agent action, and this will bring up a list of all your active agents. Here, I'm going to select the order transposer agent, which I'll walk through in a little bit, but because I've already configured it, we're going to delete this step. So I called my agent, and the agent request is what you're asking the agent to do. So think of it as we're automating the prompt that you're giving to the agent. I'm telling the agent that they're an expert at taking cupcake orders and to extract key details from the request, right? And this is the box that we put that unstructured message into. Now, the key point here is you have that unstructured message, but how do you get the data out of it? And this is the structured output. This is where you specify, here's the fields, here's the description of the fields, here's the data type, and then the AI agent will intelligently parse out the information from the unstructured message into something that you can actually use in Flow. So here I said customer name, right? It's a string, it's required. We have the order date, date order desired by, date time. If no time was provided, assume noon. Here's the total number of cupcakes in our order. Here are the details of our cupcake order, which is cupcake flavor and quantity. Here's any type of special instructions for our order. And here's the priority for the item. So next we have the screen where we're playing it back, right? Here's the unstructured message, and here's how the AI agent was able to determine the data. And it's really the human in the loop aspect. And putting in these data points is pretty easy to play back. Let me just remove one of them so I can show you. So under actions, you select the outputs from, and this was my invoke the order transposer agent. I'm going to click on this arrow and select the structured agent response and click on the arrow there and select total quantity of cupcakes. Because this is a number field, it only showed the number structured outputs, but if there's text, it will show all the text outputs. And then I invoked another AI agent. So my second AI agent is still using the order transposer agent. And this time I'm telling my agent to place a cupcake order using the information from this previous AI action. Now notice that I do have the session ID in here, and this is again the output from this AI action, and I'm using the session ID. So I'm continuing the conversation that I already started with this agent as opposed to starting anew. All right, so let me show you the AI agent, my order transposer agent. And we're only using two topics. One is parse order information, and I'm really giving it information about what to do when you have that unstructured message, right? Determine the order priority. If there's a sense of urgency, set the priority urgent, otherwise it's normal. Extract the customer name from the conversation, identify the date, time, order desired by, and populate it. And here's the format it needs to follow. And if no time was provided, default to noon. Determine the number of cupcakes from the conversation, parse out the cupcake flavor dash cupcake quantity, capture any special instructions mentioned, and know that there are no actions to this. So the AI agent figured it out just by natural language instructions, which is pretty amazing. Now, the second piece here is my topic to place a cupcake order. And the key here is that we always, for each cupcake order, there's always a cupcake order record, but there's one to many cupcake order items. And here I'm just going through and basically saying, right, you're getting all this information from a conversation, And you want to, before you create the cupcake order, retrieve the contact ID. Never ask the customer for the record ID. Just find it from the customer name. And you need all this information in order to create a customer order record. So I'm providing all that information. If there are values that need to be set, here are the values. The order summary, I'm saying, okay, it needs to be formatted with cupcake flavor hyphen quantity separated by a pipe. And then once the cupcake order is created, then create a cupcake order item for each cupcake flavor that the customer wants to order. And remember to get the record ID of the cupcake order record, because you're going to need that when you create that cupcake order item. And then provide a summary at the end. So this topic does have 3 actions, which I am going to flow actions, which I'm going to show you. Getting the contact ID, using the customer name, creating the cupcake order, and creating the cupcake order item. So this is pretty straightforward to get the contact ID. We're doing a get records on the contact where we're passing the customer name from the screen flow to the agent into our flow to get the ID, and we're storing in a separate text variable. Then our next flow is to create the cupcake order, and this flow gets its information from the screen flow that then is passed to the agent and then into this auto launch flow. So pretty cool there. And then once it creates it, we're going to do a get records to store the information, because that agent's going to use it in the confirmation page. And we successfully set a message to send back to the agent to let the agent know that this has successfully completed. And our last flow action is creating that cupcake order item. Again, it could be one to many. And the cool thing is that the agent figures this out itself. So we're creating the cupcake order item using the cupcake order ID from that previous flow that we just walked through. And it's using the cupcake flavor and quantity from the screen flow to the to the first AI agent, and is passing it on to the second AI agent. And then from there, it is doing a get record to get the cupcake order number that we will use in our screen element. And we're setting success message so the agent knows that it completed this flow action. And just like that, from a single messy message to human in the loop review, to newly created cupcake order records and all of its related cupcake order item records. The AI agent created all of those records for us. No complex loops, no decision elements, no Apex code. It just understood the instructions. My mind is still blown. So this is much bigger than cupcakes. So think of your service team. That angry, rambling email instantly becomes a high priority escalated case. Think about your sales team. That vague tell me more inquiry from your website instantly becomes a hot lead with the correct product of interest properly populated. What was science fiction for admins is now just another action in flow. And now you can build automation that turns unstructured chatter into real concrete action for your company. So, what's your mochi cupcakes problem? What messy text are you going to automate first? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching How I Solved It. Built smarter, not harder.